Both trading to a record high today on reports that Apple's getting into the auto industry. Our next guest says the opportunity for Apple is huge, and an Apple car could be the iPhone of the future. Let's bring in Cantor Fitzgerald's Brian White. He's got a buy rating on Apple, $160 price target on the stock. Brian, good to see you.
Hi, Melissa.
When you say iPhone of the future, do you mean that it's the next big sort of product cycle, the big revenue driver of the future?
Yeah, so one thing I've noticed when I go to CES or Mobile World Congress is all the car companies are there, and electronics is becoming very, very important, and everything connects to your car. So I see it as, number one, a huge opportunity, and I see it as a device that is connected to everything that we have. So I think that's very, very exciting. And some of the numbers we highlighted, US $500 billion, and global could be a $2 trillion opportunity.
But when you talk about the big opportunity in your note, you're using car numbers. I mean, you're talking about 80.6 million units in 2015. I mean, you're actually talking as if Apple's going to build an actual car and sell an actual car, because you go as far as talking about average transaction prices and the fact that Apple usually prices higher than the industry norm. So is that your belief, and is that sort of the crux of you saying that it's going to be the next iPhone, that it's going to be a physical iCar?
I would not be surprised if Apple launches a full-blown car. I don't think it's in the next couple of years, but I think in the next 5 years. And that's what we're saying. And just like a big picture that I think about, everything's becoming a computer. Our phones became a computer. The TV's becoming a computer. Our car's becoming a computer in a way. There's only one company in the world that makes the hardware, software together with a seamless digital ecosystem, and that's Apple, and that's very exciting.
But cars are different from hardware. I mean, I don't know.
Well, Google has done hardware and brought in hardware elsewhere and had software for it. So you actually drove a Google driverless car.
No, it wasn't a Google car. It was a, it was a car maker's driverless car. But I mean, it's like you think that Apple's going to have its own plants, going to spend $1 billion on each auto plant, and going to make chassis. And I mean, how far is this going to go?
One thing, you know, we covered the electronics manufacturing industry for a long time.
Sure.
And one thing that this industry has been shifting towards is more production of automobiles. So, you know, Hyundai is an important supplier. They have grander ambitions in the auto industry. Some of the U.S. manufacturers are at least 10–15% of revenue is actually in the auto industry. So I think you have a big ecosystem out there, not to mention the traditional auto suppliers, to actually help you bring a car like this to market.